Wait, that's not funny? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 Episode 10 was surprisingly good. Very good to the point that it rivals with Maki's episode. Not visually though, it's not the best, but action-wise, it's some of the most fun and creative spin on it. Goso's just showcasing another style of action, really using a lot of the background, integrating it to the fight. Potential Man versus retarded Duck Receipt Man, which is very enjoyable to look at compared to other fights, and a certain character soon. Bro can telepathically move his penis around. This episode was storyboarded by Goso himself again and directed by Takumi Ichikawa. They were in the same roles also with episode 3, Yapping Kaisen. The boards are phenomenal again, as usual with Goso. Spacious shots, making it engaging, and random shots of different things. Cool. Although couple negative about this episode, the art direction was just the worst aspect for this episode. Same issue with episode 7. I think they struggle a bit with this, and some of the color palette choices for some of the scenes are But of course, large scale cities are very hard to translate. The quantity of work is a lot, so sometimes it looks like Google Maps with a filter. Not that bad though. The VFX explosion was not good. Bad mixing. The 3D itself was not good. Too realistic. But this looks so real. So that means it's good, right? Shut the fuck up. People compare this to the Demon Slayer one. Of course, because Demon Slayer invented explosions. You know what else invented explosions? Never mind, I'm not gonna make that joke. The action flows really well. I think when it comes to action, Goso sometimes does make it very experimental to the point that the flow of the action, when it comes to the fast cuts, the pacing can be mama. Usually a person that does action really well with fast cuts is Miso. He's the king at that, but most good action directors should be able to do that. In the first action segment, it flowed well. I don't know if this is because the episode director has a better grasp of translating Goso's boards to the final product. I don't know. Is it a skill issue? Before talking more about the action, I think Takaba deserves some of the highlight. People call him the GOAT. Wi-Fi man. I have to see more of him though. But his first impression was not funny. In a funny way that makes you laugh. When Takaba showed up, the overall color tone was different. There's like a somewhat white and yellow hue rather than the blue purple-ish hue that it usually has. The direction for the comedy was golden, the awkwardness, and this random ass shot. Peak cinema. That's something I would draw with 100% of my potential. The over-the-top nature of just a clown fest, the expression very exaggerated, also the drawing quality with so many lines and the movement to it. Of course, Toshiki Sato is the one animating someone who's very hyper, borderline going crazy. He's a master of over-the-top characters expressions. Recently he did it with Frieren and some stuff previously with Itadori, and it really sells Takaba more with his unique character acting animation. He has a clown aura on him, but he's very strong with the 100 Years of Death. Good rotating shot. Coming back to it, there's definitely different flavors of the action. When it comes to Goso, can really dive deep and change his style of action. We got to see the Utopon inspired action in episode 4. Now we have very heavy usage of the environment, and that fits really well with Megumi and Reggie's CT, especially for Reggie. The display of his CT was executed perfectly, leading to some of the most creative action, playing around with a lot of ideas, while still kind of having that groundness to it. Good example is when Megumi was fighting this guy, RP Broski. But fortunately, he got a face full of Megumi's cock and elephant ass cheek. Good. The standstill camera with it shaking correspondingly to the movement felt live actiony. The Flacer's drawings and the perspective were easier, letting the animation speak for itself, although it still looks hard to do. Also, I think Megumi was luring this guy to a lesser, wider room so he can do this thing with the frogs. Of course, Potential Man is big-brained. Takaba segment again, even the non-action segment too, not surprising. The shot composition is incredible. Cool trick of characters going into frame with blurring so that the focal point is obvious. This is one of my favorite shots, the cable aligning, giving a gap to show the characters. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it gives it that little oomph. The meat of the action after Takaba's segment was just 2 to 3 minutes of straight non-stop action of Reggie being chased by Megumi. Before the animation, the compositing for Megumi's elephant, seeing it for the first time, I think with the new style and including the water too, you can see how everything is lesser but looks more stellar. Not saying the elephant from season 1 is bad looking, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's like a weird filter making the color not monotone. It looks darker. Same with the water. I think visually season 1 does look a bit better, but doesn't really fit with the surrounding that much. While here it's simple rather than using sharp color contrast like how I guess water usually looks. It uses different types of blue, darker, light, cyan, a bit wider. I also forgot what this color thing technique is called. There's a specific name to it, like Makine opening did it and some other ones. The parkour man himself, Masahiro Takumaru, he's very versatile when it comes to animation, does action really well, and also parkour animates a lot of that for some reason. I don't know if he's choosing these scenes for himself or someone else is assigning him to do it. He also did a Yuji's parkouring around flying and shit in the first episode. Still my favorite sequence of this season. Top 3. Top 3 is like not in order. Tokumaru's one, Mok Mok, and Yakumo Crack's one. Nyan's one is like number 4 or 5. I don't fucking know. But nevertheless, the hyper-realistic body movements, the volume is there too. Tokumaru does use Blender a lot to map out the characters, the movement for his scenes. I won't be surprised if these construction CG things are his own work. Same with these ones. The CG itself looks good, though besides this first shot of the CG construction things, the movement is so fluid, the body language of Reggie struggling to keep up, the attention to detail on everything. Love this close-up feet shot, the smearing on it. Same with the smeary background animation. So cool. Again, non-stop action. I love also very ambitious to animate some of these things like Megumi Shishigami. Yeah, obviously they're gonna animate that in 2D, but some of the destructions like this electric pole and some other objects that they showcase, making it really well with Reggie CT even more. I mean, they even animate a fucking piano dropping down. Just maneuvering around the massive bunnies V0 flashback, or maybe current time Shibuyuki flashback. Forward, back, something. Drawing the quantity of bunnies, keeping it simple with drawing big shapes with the outlines being messy because of the bunnies. Very cool. Same with this, rather than just showing the destruction, we get to see a first person view inside the hallway with details like the trash can moving around. So peak. Maybe Goso has a fetish with hallways. I don't know. Cool church stuff. Ooh, there's Gilgamesh right there. Just kidding, he's fucking dead. Some nice boards and Reggie's hybrid reverse curse technique. Somewhat, I guess. Well, besides like, I don't know what receipt or whatever you can buy to regen your body parts. I don't know. The gymnasium stuff, again, constant hand-drawn objects. Julian Bentley with her hyper-realistic animation again, with the shaky camera, like her sequences in Chainsaw Man movie. Don't know about this Reggie drawing though. It looks weird for me. Besides that, crazy perspectives with absolute volume control and hand-drawn fucking light flares. Amazing. I don't know if Chokun is CG the whole time here. I mean, this shot is CG, but still so surreal to look at. Crazy display of raw animation with the camera work. Probably one of the most cinematic way of building up a domain expansion this whole series. Megumi's domain expansion was cinematically so beautifully structured. A lot of the portions here are probably chief AD'd by Soto Yamazaki. That's why the shape or drawing style this episode has a different style to it sometimes, rather than the usual Yajima corrections. I mean, he still corrects them this episode, but Yamazaki's line placement and face structure is so fucking good, especially this last parts. The slow zoom out with Megumi's character design slowly getting more and more simpler, and the camera moving back with the sun rays casting in front, and when the domain slowly completes, it fades away, giving us this incredible shot with negative colors with all black, which highlights the red and blue really well. Finishing with Yamazaki's corrections with the blue colors on it. Absolute cinema. You can see again the difference in season 1, Megumi's domain expansion. Just missing a lot. It's pretty simple with good drawings, but the comp is so bad. The red engulfing the background looks bad. The shadows, liquid thing at the bottom has this weird filter to it that don't go well with the characters walking on it. It's just breathtaking coming from Goso. Fantastic episode. While people were not hype about this episode because Megumi Kaisen, put the bias aside, this is one of the stronger action episodes this season, although the schedule is catching up to them, so they still deliver something really consistent with minor flaws in the animation, bit of melting. Excited for part 2 of this fight. We'll see how it will conclude. Yeah. If you guys like the video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts about this episode, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.